Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Felicity here. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 0 degree of a planet and 29 degree of a planet in your natal birth chart. And in this video, I mainly focus on the tropical birth chart. And I feel that astrologers should both study Vedic astrology as well as tropical astrology, because I find that both has its pros and cons. So we always need to take what is the best out of the two. And now, before I begin, I would like to tell you that I do not claim myself to be a professional astrologer, but I do understand and share the knowledge with you, and I do treat every single video seriously in this channel. And second, I feel like my way of understanding astrology is by feeling the message rather than analyzing the charts or analyzing everything. And because I feel the knowledge, and it feels like whenever I have a question, I ask the question, and then the universe or the planets will talk back to me and reply to me, and then I got the message. And so this is how I learned astrology. And so let's get started. Okay, first I would like to talk about the similarity of the 0 degree of planet and the 29 degree of a planet. If you have this in your birth chart, it means that you are the energy and the house blender. Okay, your main mission is to blend this house energy together, to blend the sign energy together, so you make your planet feel very fulfilled and feel comfortable, so that you feel very comfortable as well, because the planets in your birth chart is your own energy. So I call it the house or energy blender if you have 0 degree of planet or 29 degree of planet in your birth chart. And for example, if you have 29 degree of the planet in a birth chart, you may want to look at the following house. For example, if you have moon in the 5th house, you would like to blend the following house, that is the 6th house. Okay, so for example, you have the moon in a sign in 5th house. That means that you are very familiar with the 5th house, and maybe in your past life you already got the handle on how to handle the energy of the 5th house, that is the inner child, children, creativity, how to nurture people. All right, and so in this lifetime you need to tap into this knowledge to gain everything that you know from your past life in order to help your 6th house. What is 6th house? The 6th house is about health, following certain routine and having some kind of routine and systematic system in your daily life. Or also it's about following routines, following certain healthy routine to make your body healthy. So moon in the 5th house, that means that you know very well about taking care of others, you know very well about the nurturing energy. So how you blend these two together, it may mean that when you have children, or before you have children, you work with children and then you tell them how they can systematically follow a daily routine in their own life. Or you may teach their own parents how to make some kind of nutrition food for their own children. Or if you have children, right after giving birth to your children, you may get right into exercising, having very healthy food for yourself to get yourself back into shape. So this is how you blend the two energy together. Or if you have the moon in 5th house, probably you will have a very creative way of exercising. You have a very creative way of making a nutrition in your own life, in your daily life. Maybe you write a blog, or maybe you create some kind of recipe for cooking and then share it with others, and then you teach others how to be healthy in their daily life, or how to live life in a very systematic, disciplined way. Okay, this is the example of the 29 degree people on how to blend these two houses together. Okay, And so, what about the planet in 0 degree? How can you blend the two houses together? For example, if you have the sun in 0 degree in the 10th house, then you may need to look at the previous house, that is the 9th house. Oftentimes, the people who have 0 degree of a planet always have some kind of past life memory, the good memory in the past life of the previous house. That means that if you have sun in 0 degree of 10th house, you always have the good memory of the previous house, that is the 9th house. Maybe you always want to travel, you always to learn about other culture, and that also sometimes create a little bit of difficulty in your job, because you cannot stick to the 9 to 5 job. Maybe you always would like to add some kind of traveling element in your job. Okay, so the good thing is that, for example, if you have the sun in a 0 degree in your 10th house, the good thing is that you will always attract people who are very skillful in the Capricorn or in the 10th house sign, and then the people that you attract will teach you how to manage your 0 degree of the sun sign if you have sun in a 0 degree. So if you have sun in 0 degree in Capricorn, that means that you will attract a lot of people who are very skillful in managing their career and managing the Capricorn energy. So those people will teach you, okay, you need to be disciplined, how to be disciplined, how to be punctual, how to be reliable in your career. And at the same time, sometimes you would like to venture out, to go to the 9th house, to go travel and then see the world, to learn about different culture. Or maybe you always want to go back to school to learn about a new skill. But okay, and then how can you blend the 9th house together with the 10th house? And you can add, you can find a career that allows you to travel. For example, in your career, you may want to look for a job that allows you to travel all the time, or to travel at least once a year or 2 or 3 times a year. That is how you blend, okay, the energy together. Or maybe in your career, you can find a job in a field where you can meet people from different culture, and then to learn about their culture, and then allow you to travel as well. Or maybe you may find a job where you will be in an academic field, that is the 9th house, the academic, so that you can fulfill your 9th house as well as the 10th house. Okay, so hopefully you have a really basic knowledge about how to handle the 0 degree of your planet and the 29 degree of the planet in your house. Okay, and so for 0 degree, you are developing the new things in that sign. And for 29 degree, sometimes people who have planet in 29 degree will lose patience. Because why? Because it takes a long time to unfold that powerful energy of that house, powerful energy of that sign and the planet for you. The planet in 29 degree means that in this lifetime, you have the ability to experience the ultimate powerful manifestation, the ultimate powerful expression of that sign, of that house, and of that planet. So sometimes in your lifetime, and you need to be patient with yourself. Why? Because the universe will need to give you a lot of experience, will give you a lot of events in your life in order for you to unfold every bit of the energy within you. For example, if you have the moon in the 5th house in a sign, and then you will attract a lot of experience to help you understand the nurturing energy, how to nurture and how to be gentle with others, and how to take care of your inner child, and also how to work with children, maybe whether working with your own children or other people's children. Okay, so you have a lot of this energy going on, and also you have a lot of opportunity to find ways to be creative and how to be spontaneous in certain area of your life, and also how to take care of people's affair, how to see things in a very romantic way. And also as well as the 6th house is practical side, right? You will also blend the romantic side, blend the 5th house energy blend your 5th house energy into the 6th house energy. Okay, so you will need to be very patient. Okay, and there's one exception. Okay, I am going to tell you the exception. Unless the following sign is your own sign of the planet. What do I mean by that? For example, if your moon in the 5th house and in Gemini, and then following house is the 6th house is the Cancer sign. So in this case, that means that you will have the key when you are born in order to unlock the 6th house. That means that you do not need to have a long time dwelling in the 5th house or dwelling in the 6th house. You have the key to direct entrance to the 6th house. So it comes natural to you. Okay, I'm going to give you the more detailed example right now. For example, if you have the Pluto or Mars in Libra in your 9th house, and that means that your 10th house carries the sign of Scorpio. Since Scorpio is the main sign, for Pluto and Mars. And then that means that you have the natural talent to tap into your 10th house. That means that you have the possibility, you have the opportunity to jump the house immediately. Okay, for example, in this critical moment in life, in this critical time, you may be a medical school studying in medical field, and then since right now is a critical moment, the world event is happening, the virus is spreading, and then there's a shortage of the medical staff in the local hospital. And then suddenly you may receive the news telling you that, okay, all the final year medical students, without passing any tests, without passing any examination, you will go to directly work as the licensed doctors or nurse and work in your local hospital. That's what I mean by jumping the house directly. Okay, if you have the 29 degree in Pluto or Mars in 29 degree in the sign of Libra, since Pluto and Mars are the rulers of the 10th house or of the 10th house side in your Scorpio. Your 10th house is carrying the sign of Scorpio, and then you have the key in your hand to unlock the Scorpio house that is in your 10th house if you have the 9th house in Libra, in Pluto and Mars. Alright, so these things can happen, and then after jumping house you do not need to look back. It is your critical moment, because it's critical point. 29 degree means whenever something happen in the world event, critical moment, and as a 29 degree, especially the following house is your ruling sign. Okay, so this event, this kind of scenario will happen to allow you to fulfill the Pluto energy in your 9th house and the Pluto energy in your Mars house, for your Mars, without waiting for a long time, without waiting and waiting. So, and then you need to have faith in yourself, because it is your faith, it is your ability, it is your mission to do that. Okay, because you already very familiarize yourself in that territory. It is not new territory, because your Pluto and your Mars are the ruling planet for your Scorpio. Okay, and your Scorpio falls into the 10th house. This is your moment, this is your critical point in your life to jump the house without working, and then without you waiting for a long time. Okay, so this is the exception. Other people in the 29 degree need to wait for a long time to blend energy. Okay, but you already hold the key to jump the house at this critical point. And what about Pluto or Mars in the 7th house in Libra, and then the Scorpio falls in the 8th house? That is, you know, I do not need to explain. That is even more powerful, because 8th house is the natural house for Scorpio, and you have Mars or Pluto in 7th house in Libra. You will have a lot of critical moments in your life for you to jump the house, because Pluto and Mars want to go home. Okay, the 8th house, the Scorpio sign, is going to ask the energy, okay, it's time to go home and home, okay. Or also other people, since the 7th house is the partnership, other people would like to jump the 8th house. Maybe they would like to have intimate relationship, the sexual relationship with you. Maybe they would like to have a very occult knowledge with you, to discuss the occult knowledge. Or maybe you are going to deal with other people's crisis, okay. For example, maybe to counsel them at their critical moment in their life, okay. You are very good at that. Maybe you are the guy, you would like this placement, Pluto or Mars in 7th house, and then the following house is the Scorpio. Okay, you maybe other people will jump you. They would like to jump you to go to experience sexual energy with you. And even though you wear a very conventional, you have a very conventional outlook, it doesn't matter. They will feel that energy. The Pluto and Mars in your natal chart will create some kind of hypnotizing energy to attract the people, and then they will feel that, okay, these people may want to have sex with me, okay. That may not be you doing this in a very conscious level. It is just that they feel this energy that they would like to explore, to jump the 8th house energy with you, okay. Maybe if you are a guy, you like this placement, because you do not need to do anything. Even without you flirting or hinting, other people will pick up the energy of your birth chart. They will jump you, okay. Maybe you like it. So if you do not want to experience this for everyone, okay, if you have Pluto or Mars, and probably you will, it is your own house, the 8th house, you do not want to open the door to anyone. And then I feel that, okay, what you can do is that you place a three-headed dog to guide you, okay, and it is in your hand. Actually, you are in control. If you have this placement, you will be able to control, to set boundary, okay, who is going to go to the 8th house with you, or who is going to be blocked by you, okay. It is absolutely, you have the absolute control of this 8th house energy, even though your sign and your planet, even though you have the planet in the 7th house, because, you know, 8th house is your home. And then always you're able to find energy, always you're able to find the opportunity to jump the house with you. Other people would like to jump the house with you, all right. So I hope that I explain it in a clear way. So 0 degree of planet and 29 degree of planet is a very nice planet to have, but then you need to remember sometimes not to jump the house. If you jump the house, to select who is going to jump the house with you, and when is the best time to jump the house. Only if you have the falling house in your own sign, okay. If you have the ruling sign following the house, then you can jump the house to the next house quickly. But if you don't have that, you need to be patient and work to allow the energy to unfold for you, and to experience the ultimate manifestation, to ultimate manifest the expression of the planet, of the sign, and of the house. Yes, 2 places at once and 2 houses at once, that is very special energy, and I hope that you can work with it. And then see you in the next video. Bye.